Hello everybody and welcome to the friendly confines of Wrigley Field here today as we're on the road for a nice little road trip. And of course, our first stop here is going to be in Chi-Town. We're going to be on the north side of Chicago as we're taking on the Cubbies here in today's episode here in Road to Glory, or Road to Show with Deshaun King. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode here as we, like I said, on the road here today. And taking on Justin Steele. There you see his numbers for the season so far here. And of course, the Cubbies playing some really excellent baseball right now. In the first 6 games so far, they are 6-0. They have a nice 2.5 game lead over the Reds. And of course, a nice 4.5 game over us, the Cardinals, and the Pirates. And they're currently leading the NL Central right now. And hopefully today we can try to get a, take 2 out of 3 out of this series and get ourselves back up there in the race here. And of course, it's early. We're only 6 games into the season, but you don't want to slip too far behind, especially in divisions like this that can, when you have one team dominating, it can become a really rough season for a team, or I should say teams in this case. Justin Steele, there you see a B potential, 88 overall. He's a southpaw, 29 years of age, 6'2", 205 pounds from Mississippi. It's his 3rd season. And there you see his numbers from last year. Had 32 starts. We're in 32 games, 15 and 11 for him for the season. 190.1 in innings of work. He's given up 24 home runs, 79 walks, had 181 strikeouts, and had a little bit over a 4.7 ERA. Right now, he's starting off pretty well right now with a buck 68 or 69, something like that right now. There you see Deshaun's latest numbers here in the first 6 games for the season. And of course, it's been a tough one for him as, we usually have a pretty slow start here. Hopefully today with this series here at the Cubbies, we can turn things around here for him and get things going here as we're going to get away from home for a little bit here. Usually he does pretty well on the road. And of course, we'll see how he does here against the Cubbies, as we do have some training here before this matchup here, and we'll see what kind of training he's going to go into today. Of course, we got a lot of things to work on here, but we are going to work on arm strength there, so that's going to go up some, not much, but we'll see how things go here. It's just trying to get his bat rattling here, as we are in, like I said, north side of Chicago, taking on the Cubbies, and we have a nice dynamic challenge here for him. Bases are empty, and we got 3 goals here that we can, one of these 3 goals we can try to meet up here today and try to get some bonus to our play discipline here. And of course, looks like a gif of some kind of equipment. As he takes the first pitch here, it's going to be ball number 1. So this should be a pretty good matchup here. And of course, like I said, we're going to try to see how well we can do here against the Cubbies as we see. Ooh, nice, perfect. This one's going out to the deep center field, but that does not have enough to get out of the ballpark there. As that's going to be a loud fly ball out, and we do fail the challenge. So, of course, the Phillies did a number on us there, as Deshaun was 3 of 14 in that series against the Phillies, and had 4 strikeouts, 2 doubles, and 3 walks. And not to say, the series was a big letdown for him, but also for the team as well. And they're trying to see if they can try to rebound back here today as he takes the first pitch here at the top of the 3rd. 0-1 count, 2 on, 2 out. And Sean's going to get a piece of this one here, but I think this one's just going to be lifted up just a little too high. And it's going to go out there in the ivory as it will be caught there by the Cubbies center fielder, and that's going to end the inning. So still a 0-0 ball game here as we're in the top half of the 1st, and he's going to lead off, top half of the 6th, I should say, as he is going to have a runner on board here. So we'll see if he can try to get this runner in scoring position, of course, and most importantly, just try to get on base here. As you see there, he was last year's MVP of the World Series. So fly ball out to out to right field, and that's going to be caught. And that's going to, of course, be the first out here in the inning. So these first couple of bats here for Deshaun has been not so great as we now go to the top of the 8th here. We have a 1-run lead here. We got to try to extend it here. We don't want to rely too much on the bullpen because the bullpen has kind of let us down here quite a bit already in 6 games. And of course, we like to make sure we try to get a solid win here today. So we'll see how things go as we get to an at bat here from King. As he takes the first pitch there, that's going to be a cut fastball, 0-1. So, of course, on this road trip, we got 3 games here against the Cubbies, and then we're going to move on and head to the Bay Area. Go out to San Francisco as this ball is going to take a nice shot there. That's going to go out back towards the Lake Michigan there, as that one sails right out of the ballpark there. Home run. As you hear the crowd there saying to throw it back. Second home run of the season here, and that's going to help us now extend this lead here at Wrigley Field as the fans are heckling us here, telling the other fans there who are caught that baseball out there to throw it back. Nice home run there for Deshaun King as he's able to get a second home run. And there you see he got every single stitch of that ball there on that one. As you see the fans like, oh no, they do not want to see that, especially this late in the game. So apparently we tack on a couple more runs here as we have a 5-run lead. 1 runner on board and nobody out here in the top half of the 9th as Thompson has to face King here. And of course, obviously, in this situation, you want to make sure you keep the ball in the ballpark here against King. So you got to find a way to try to not get that bat speed going in favor of him, and try to get him to ground out here and try to get a double play and try to help yourself to get out of this inning here quickly. So King 1 for 4 for the day here so far. Of course, he hit that home run. We'll see if he can go 2 for 5 here with this hit here. As you see the swing there, and that's going to be a circle change there. As he's not going to get too much of that one there, as he's going to be a little early on that pitch. And, of course, Cubby fans do not want to see any more runs be put up on the board here. Oh, nice job there. As the first baseman darts on that one. Jumps up and snags this one. And it still is a base hit there. Maybe even an extra base hit. And as he keeps the runner there at first. And that is going to be it for this one here. As the Brew Crew come in here and take over Wrigley Field here in game 1 of this series. And they'll win this one here 5-0. Nice little shutout here. As Freddie Peralta will get the win here for us. He's now 1-1 for the season. Justin Steele 1-1 as well as he picks up his first loss of the season. 6 innings, 5 hits, and 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 1 earned run for Justin Steele. For Freddie, 9 innings. He had a nice stretch of a good game here today. 1 hit, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks, and did not give up any runs at all. Let you see 5 runs, 11 hits for Milwaukee, no errors. Chicago, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors there for them. So a nice job there. Of course, Ian Happ playing against his former team here. It looks like he had a pretty decent day there. And of course, we'll see how he does as he's been struggling very quickly here early on in the season. Hopefully that will turn around there for us as we go back out here once again for game number 2. As we have a beautiful afternoon here in the north side here in Wrigleyville as we're taking on the Cubbies once again here. Crow Armstrong going to be on the mound here today as he will take game 2 of this series, and we'll see how well he does here today. As there you see, or actually no, Marcus Stroman is going to come out here instead as Stroman, one of the up-and-coming young pitchers in Major League Baseball. He's going to be going head-to-head here with Deshaun King. So Deshaun King, 267, 2 home runs for him. We'll see what he can do here on top of the second with nobody out, nobody on. As he'll take the first pitch. That'll be a slider down and inside. 0-1. So again, another beautiful day here, not far from the lake. As we see a hit ball there over to the hot corner as the third baseman makes the play, and he will get the throw there at first, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Top of the 4th, Milwaukee able to scrape up a run as King goes 0 for 1. He grounded out there in the second inning we just seen. And of course, he would like to try to get something going here, get a rally going here in the fourth inning as he takes a pitch there. That's going to be a sinker in the dirt. 1-0 count here in favor of the batter. And of course, always a great time here at the ballpark, especially this ballpark, one of my favorite. Been there now twice there. Never seen a game, but I've been there to visit, took a tours and stuff like that, but never been there for a game. Hopefully, maybe one of the... I'm thinking about taking a little quick trip to Chicago sometime during this summer and just go there for like a 2-day trip and go see a ball game and come back. So, but as we take a look here, we'll see Stroman here having a little trouble here, and he finally gets King to stretch out and chase there, and Stroman gets out of that inning. So now we'll see them go here head to head here. This will be the third time now these two have met up here in today's game. King has a runner on board with 1 out here at the top of the 6th. Still a 1-0 lead here for Milwaukee as he takes the pitch there down the Broadway on that sinker. So of course Deshaun just waiting for that pitch there he can drive. And of course get in position here as he takes one there. That's a 4-seam fastball low and away. And he is now figuring, okay, I got a good idea where you're at. You're kind of going outside. See the next pitch here, and that ball does go outside, this time out of the zone, but this is going to be thrown as a double play. Great job there from the Cubbies defense to get that double play and get out of the inning. We'll go to now the final at bat here in today's game is to see King 1 for 8. He's had a home run and 2 RBIs so far in this series. We'll see what we can try to do here as he has a runner on second. We have a 2-run lead here in the top half of the 9th with 2 away. King looking for a pitch, and he goes after that 4-seamer. It's up and away there on him. A little bit out of the zone, but the umpire says otherwise. See the pitch here. And, nice ball here going down the first base line. They're going to say that's fair. Runner's going to come around coming from second to score. That's going to be a RBI single. And that's going to make it now a 3-0 game here, as we could be looking at a possible another shutout here against the Cubbies. What is going on? They were playing red hot here, and now starting to fizzle out here. We're still got one more game left to play. The manager is signaling us to steal, so we'll see if Deshaun's going to go ahead and do that. As Deshaun here decides not to go that time around. And it's now Luis up to bat here. He's 2 for 2. He's got a pretty good day here for himself. And King now taking off here. Can King get to the second base? And he will get out as he will be thrown out. Nice job there for the catcher as he's able to throw King out. We'll see the replay here. And yeah, King did not get a good jump there as he just, he's about a step late there. And as he's going to go get thrown out there. And that will pretty much ruin any chances for really the Milwaukee Brewers to get any more runs. As we'll take a look here. They get the victory. And they win this one here in a final here in Chi-Town. 3-2. Cubbies able to kind of try to rally back there towards the bottom of the 9th. But we're able to shut it down before they can really get anything going. King goes 1 for 4 RBI, a single. And of course, Eric Laura gets his win here today as he picks up a win. There you see Ian Happ, 1 for 2 for the day, 2 walks and a stolen base, or excuse me, a strikeout there for him and a run. So he's able to help us out there, batting in the 2-hole here today. King 1 for 4, like I said. We'll see Tyler. He was 0 for 3. And Eric gets his second win there. He's now 2-0 here, and 3 starts now. Take a look at Chicago's numbers there. And of course, Chicago need to try to rebound here, try to avoid us breaking out the brooms here as Jameson Taillon will come out here to pitch. 33 years of age, 6'5", 230 pounds. And he's an 80 overall, C potential. Been in the league for almost a decade now here. And of course, you see his numbers here. Last 2 seasons he's been with Chicago doing pretty well. Of course, he played for New York and looks like Pittsburgh there. But last year, almost 200 innings for him. He's given up 27 home runs, 54 walks, and he has struck out 159 batters, and a WAR number of 2.8. So the Brew Crew here today, what we want to try to do is go out here and, of course, bring home a victory here against the Cubbies and get a successful win here at the start of our first road trip here today, as we want to break out the brooms here against this lovable loser Cubbies here today, and try to get a sweep here and head off to San Francisco with the momentum that we got. If we can win this, sweep this series here, that'd be really nice to head out to the West Coast and take on the Giants. As you see, Jameson Taillon, his numbers there: 4.50 ERA, 6 innings of work, 8 hits. There you see 7 strikeouts, no walks here this season. So he is he should be a decent batter or decent pitcher that we should be able to get some hits off of. But of course, saying that is a lot easier than trying to actually get it done. So 2 outs here with 1 on. No score here yet. Top of the first here for the Brew Crew, and that'll be a pitch there inside on King. Of course, King would, like I said, he's been having a rough go here with his hitting as of late. He's been chasing quite a bit here early on. That's one of the things we've got to try to do our best here to avoid if we want to be successful this season and try to get ourselves back into the World Series picture. As this one's going to be a floater out to right, and the right fielder has no problem getting underneath that one to end the inning. Top of the 4th coming up here for King, as you see his numbers again. And of course, Chicago right now leads it by a run here at the top of the 4th. We'll lead off here. Bases are empty, obviously no outs. And we'll see what King can do here. This pitch here, and that pitch is going to be high and inside there. As he is, of course, looking for that sweet pitch that he can try to drive and try to get on board here. Of course, you know, he's been hitting, you know, home runs for us last year. Had a really great year. He's anticipated to hit 40 this season. I don't know about that, but I really try to get him to work on more than just getting contact. Not really trying to go for the big, you know, home run ball here, unless we're got bases loaded and we can, you know, power drive it out here. But really just try to focus on just the contact, try to get on board here, and of course, you know, obviously working on our base stealing as we take the first pitch here in the top of the 6th. 2 out, nobody on. As he's looking for the next pitch here. He's going to go off this one here. It is outside the zone, and this is going to cost him here as he's going to get thrown out there at first. As that was a pitch that we just should have never tried to attempt to go after. So now King coming up here. He's 2 for 12 in this series with a home run. Top of the 9th here. We're trying to obviously we have a down by a run here, trying to get something going as King goes after the first pitch. It's going to be a slider. Looking at 0-1. Crowd trying to get behind the pitcher here, trying to give some support here. Of course, get underneath the skin of the batter. That ball is going to be hit down the third base line. Third baseman should have no problem throwing that one over there, but he's going to overthrow it. As that's going to pull the first baseman off the bag, and that's going to be an E5 for the third baseman there. So now we got to try to see if we can try to take advantage of this situation here. With King on board, nobody out, and Luis up to bat here. This should be a good inning for us here. So let's see if we can capitalize on it. Pitch here, that's going to go up the middle there. That's going to get to King to get to second. And it will be out at first as the runner gets thrown out there. So we do have a runner on board with 1 out. We still have an inning here. We can still get something going. If McMahon can at least get us on, you know, back home off a decent base hit, that will tie the ball game up, and of course that'll force us to go to extra innings. We'll see what King can do, or I should say what McMahon can do. 1 for 2 here for McMahon as he pops this one up here. That's going to go to the shortstop, and that's going to be out number 2 here for the Brew Crew. So it looks like we now our chances of trying to sweep here in this series, it's diminishing here as Taylor up next. 5 of 17 so far here for this season for Taylor. 1 for 3 for the day. 2-2 count, and this ball here is going to go to the third baseman, and we unfortunately cannot get the win as the Cubbies avoid the sweep here today, and they'll take we'll take two out of 3 of this series. They'll take the final game, avoid getting this Bruins bust out on them here today at home as we go 0 for 4. Oof, jeez. Not a good day there for our guy that we're trying to prove here that last year wasn't a fluke. He ends the day with an average of .237. Ian Happ 2 for 3 there for him. Josh Bell 0 for 2. Bell's been really struggling in that back part of the lineup there. I wish there was a way we could move him up, but also too he had an error in the game, his first of the season. But yeah, he's been having a tough time there. Elder, 6 innings of work, 4 hits, 1 run, no earned runs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts there for him. Dansby Swanson, of course, former Brave, now here with Chicago. 1 for 3. He had a run as well. Excuse me, not to mention a stolen base. Jameson, 7 innings of work there. Nice job there as he's able to, of course, help the Cubbies pick up the win. So you take a look at the standings right now, and after those 3 games, we're now just 3 games back here as the Cubbies now 7-2, and now we're trying to get ourselves going here. Out of the last 10, we're well, actually the last 9, we're actually 4-5, and right now tied with the Reds, who will play here actually in the next episode. So let's take a look at San Francisco here. San Francisco just recently split a series with the Mets, and right now San Francisco is at 6-4 for the season, and we got a nice little 3-game series there in the Bay Area. As the Giants are currently in first place in the NL West. Of the last 10 games, they are 6-4, 4-2 in the division, and of course, looks like they've been playing really well on the road, and also in day games. They're 4-2 on the road and 5-2 in day games. So we'll see. Excuse me, the lineup here for the Giants, and not too many noticeable names here. Flores there, Luis Gonzalez there. But Shane Bieber here pitching for them. He's the ace. Logan Webb was the guy we're going to see today. Actually, we'll end up seeing Logan Webb and also Blake Snead up as well. Those will be the possible starters here for today's game. But Shane Bieber, 94 overall, A potential. Of course, a long time Cleveland guy. This is his first year here in San Francisco. As last year he was 15-5 and 26 games he was in, 26 starts, and excuse me, pretty decent numbers there for him as he's had 24 home runs he's given up, 35 walks. He struck out almost 150 guys. He had an ERA, finished the season at 3.03, and we'll take a look at his WAR there, and it's almost at 3. But right now this season, trying to get used to being on the East Coast for a long time there with the Indians. We got a new place here, and wants to try to see if he can help resurrect this Giants team here, who's been not doing so well here, at least in this series here in Road to Show. So we'll go out to the Bay Area as we take a look here, and of course there you see Sean King up to bat. San Francisco already got a good lead on us here. It was at the top of the second here, 3-0. And King's like, nope, we're going to change this. As this goes here high and deep, it's going to go back, and it's going to go over the wall. That's a home run. And that is home run number 3 for him this season. His first home run in this series. As that goes estimated at 410 feet. Great job there. He rockets that ball right out of the ballpark. And now we're just down by 2 runs here as we're trying to get back on the winning track here after trying to go for the, a nice little sweep there in Chicago, but unfortunately, Cubbies get wise of us and take that win, take the lead, and of course turns it into a win. 3-3 here in the top of the fourth. Bases are empty, nobody out here. 1-2 count, and King going after this pitch here. This is going to be a fly ball to right here. No problem for the right fielder, as the right field is a little short there, and no problem there for their right fielder getting the out. Top of the sixth, bases are empty, 2 out. Still tied 3 apiece. And King 1 for 2 here, and Shane Bieber already getting close to 100 pitches here today. As we see this one getting skied out there. That's going to go out there around that 4:15 sign out there, and that's going to be a nice double. And that's going to put us in now scoring position here with 2 away. So his 3rd double of the season. Sean King got himself in position here now. We just got to see what the next man can do. And we'll see if we can get home here off of a nice hit. And the gap out there somewhere. And Sean showing off his skills there. Luis will be up to bat here. He's 1 for 2 in the game, as he's had a pretty decent day here. Full count here for him. 2 away. And he'll trip this one here. That'll be a dribbler there in front of the pitcher. And that'll be the out there. And that'll end the side. It's still tied 3-all. Go to the top of the 8th here. Down by a run. And San Francisco able to put a run on the board here. Base hit for King, as he'll get on board there now with 2 out. And he's now trying to extend the life of this inning here for us, as he gets himself on board here now, looking to see what the next batter can do. And that was just a good hit there. Nice job. Love hearing that sound. And that gets us on board. Luis up to bat here. He's 1 for 3. He singled back in the 4th inning. We'll see what he can try to do here in the 8th. 2 away. And they're going to go ahead and check King over there at first. As Rogers, a little paranoid right now. As again, he checks King again, making sure King's going to stay there. So here we are now, 1-2 count here on Luis. And Luis here looks for a hit there, and that's a beautiful shot there. That's going to hit off the wall out to left. And this should be enough to get us around here to score. Nice job as he's able to score from first. And that's going to put Luis at an RBI double. He gets himself in scoring position as well. What a shot there, as that hits off the wall out there. And now we'll see ourselves now going to some extra time here. As we go to extra innings here, top of the 10th. Runner on second, 2 out. And the skipper here for the Giants says no, they do not want to deal with King, as Abbott is told to give him 4 pitches here and serve him a walk. So that'll be a walk there for King, as Luis will be up next here. So really just need a hit here like he did earlier, and score that runner from second to home off that hit. And of course that will put us tying this game up. But obviously, if Luis can get a decent, nice job there of getting a ball there. That's going to be thrown, and he is going to be safe as he bunts that one there. So now the bases are loaded, and Ryan McMahon, he can win this game here with just a simple stroke of the bat here. As you see the replay here, and yeah, Luis gets down there on the line. He is safe. Nice hustle there for him. Now putting this bases loaded here now. Now no pressure here for McMahon here, but it would be nice for a decent base hit there somewhere in the gap. Full count for McMahon. Looking for the pitch. Hits this one here. That's going to get caught. And that's going to end the top half of the 5th. But we end up keep moving on here. And we see here that Milwaukee will win this one as we get that 1 run that we needed there. And we survive. Win this one 5-4. 14 hits, no errors for us. 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors there for San Francisco, as we're able to pick up the win here today. and that's going to be a nice one there for us. So we take game 1 of this series. We're now looking to see what we can try to do here. Of course, 3 for 4 home run. That's really nice. I feel like we can do the same thing again here in this next matchup here. And of course, going to be against Logan Webb. A potential, 89 overall. He is 220 pounds, 6'1", from California. He's been in the league for 5 seasons. And of course, there you see his attributes there. He has a nice sinker, as well as a 4-seam fastball that he likes to use quite a bit, as well as a changeup and the slider. And I would imagine that changeup's probably pretty nasty. As you see there, 32 games. He's been in 32 starts, and he had an 8-14 record last season, over 200 innings worth of work. He had 185 hits with 85 runs, 78 earned runs, 23 home runs given up, 44 walks, and 187 strikeouts for him in the season with the ERA with 3.45, and of course his WAR at 3.8. So a beautiful evening here in the Bay Area. You see the splash hits there, and we'll see if we can try to get some home running ourselves there in the Bay. And of course, there you see Deshaun getting himself psyched up here as you take a look at his hitting numbers here so far this season. And of course, like I said, having a really slow start here, but I feel like we can get things going here for ourselves on the road if we can do so. So Sean up to bat here as we're in the top half of the first. We have a 2-run lead here, so that's nice. We'll see how things can contribute here for us as we see a pitch here, 1-2 count. That's going to be a ground ball to short, and that's going to retire the side there for him. Move on now to the top half of the second as Milwaukee are now putting up more runs here. Put up 3 more runs, or I should say 2 more runs there since the last time we've seen the scoreboard there. So nice. We're producing some hits here and some runs, but right now Deshaun here having a tough time. Top of the 4th with 1 out, 1 on. Now it's 6-1. Ground ball hit there to the second baseman there, and of course you know what that means. That's going to be a nice double play as they're able to get themselves out of the inning and stop any more havoc here really coming from that at bat from King. 6-2 here at the top half of the 7th with 2 out, nobody on, and Deshaun's going to hit this one here high and deep. Everybody's on their feet here as this one could go over the wall, but it's going to get caught near the 309 sign, and that's going to be a nice out there for San Francisco. As we see the bases loaded now here, top of the 9th, 2 out. And of course, Deshaun can really blow this up here if he can find a decent pitch here and try to drive this one out of the ballpark. A grand slam would definitely put San Francisco out of reach here, getting back in this ball game here. But we have a 3-run lead over them. But of course, we'd like to get some insurance here if we can. As King here fouls that one off, and it's now 0-2. So 0-2 count. Let's see what he can try to do here in this one. As he's looking for a pitch, and he is not going to get the pitch he wants there. So that's going to be a good take. And that's going to be a cutter there going out of the zone. And now it pops this one here high and deep. This is going out to left center field. And that's just going to be another out. Fly ball there for another out. So we go to the bottom of the 9th here. We'll see what we can try to do here as Velasquez will be up to bat here. Looking for the final out here of the inning. Runners on the corners. Down or up by 3. King here trying to search for the ball here, and he finds it. And he gets under it, and that is going to be it. The Brew Crew get another victory here. This is going to be game number 2 for us here in this series. As we win this one 6-3. The bats were really rattling here today for the Brewers. But unfortunately, King was not one of those batters that had his bat even just not even whispering there to the ball. As he goes 0 for 5 in the ball game here. Deshaun King, there you see his numbers there. Of course, we see Josh Bell had a double. Also had a home run as well, so that's nice to see as his bat's starting to come alive. And we get another nice victory. As we get to the final game of the series here today, And we're taking on Blake Snell. Of course, Blake Snell, one of those names that a lot of people are getting really excited here the last couple of seasons now in real life. He started to put up some really good numbers here. And of course, there you see with San Francisco last season, 34 games he was in. He had 34 starts. And there you see his numbers here. And of course, a really tough ERA towards the end of the season as he was getting rocked a little bit there. 4.69 giggity. And we'll see how he fares here today, as he looks like he's playing a little bit better this season. But of course, this is the first, not even the first, the first about 2 weeks of the season. We'll see how things go here today, as we're trying to, of course, now got another chance here to break out the brooms here on the Cubbies, or I should say on the Giants here, as we try to break out the brooms in the last series there with Chicago. So we'll see if we can break out our brooms, sweep these boys out of their own stadium, and of course pick up another victory. And of course we gotta see if we can have we got another opportunity here to try to change things for ourselves here with Deshaun, as he's been, like I said, having a tough time here in this series. So Deshaun, 255 right now. He's batting under so he's definitely well under average right now for batting average there. But we'll see there. That's gonna be a thrown ball over first. Nice play there from Blake Snell, getting the good hitter there out. So now top of the fourth here, as we'll see an 0-1 count on King. Blake Snell looking for a pitch. Gets the pitch here. This is going to be grounded there to second. Second baseman makes an excellent play over first. And King just tries to hustle that one quickly. Unfortunately, cannot get to first base on time to get be safely there at first. Top of the sixth coming up. 2 ground balls here. He's 0 for 2 here today. San Francisco will lead this one by 3, so we got to try to get something going here. Oh, oof. Ouch. That was a nasty swing there. That swing should not have been allowed. As, of course, we're going to have to embarrass him here as he swings on that curveball there. Goes too far inside on him there. Breaks pretty quickly there, as he thought he had timed that up. Thought he had the good timing on that one, but nah, not the case. He is definitely going to be late on that pitch. So now 5-0 here. San Francisco is doing their best to try to avoid being swept here in this one. As we'll see in a 0-3 day here for King. Got a runner on first with nobody out. King here looking for a pitch, and ooh, got that one off the end of the bat. And that's going to be right up the elevator shaft for a out on King. So one away here in the 8th. San Francisco could be walking out of this ballpark avoiding the sweep, and that's exactly what they do, as they're able to pick up the victory here. So they do a great job there picking up the victory, avoiding the sweep, and of course they win this one 5-1. It's the final, as Freddie Peralta picks up a loss here. 5 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs for him, or 2 strikeouts there for him. King, of course, goes 0 for 4. Oof. Tough break there, as this has just not been a good series at all. At least it's been not a great episode here today. So I do apologize for the bad performance here, but we got plenty of time to get things going here. As of course we did take 2 out of 3 the Giants, so that's good enough for me. And that puts us now at just 2 games behind the Cubbies, who currently right now are in first place with an 8-4 record. They they're just a game ahead of the Reds. So speaking of the Reds, we got them coming up here in the next episode as we take a look at the rest of the standings there. Pirates 4-8 along with the Cardinals there. So they're fighting for last place there. As for the Reds, we have a nice 4-game series against them. And then we also have a 3-game series against the Padres. And that'll be coming up in the next episode as we head back home. And we see what we can do there. So let's hopefully we get things turned around here. Get some bats going here, especially for King, as he is definitely struggling here at the plate. But that being said, we'll wrap up here today's episode. So if you did enjoy today's episode or want to see more, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. And of course, hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel as we getting closer and closer to Major League Baseball coming back into our lives here. Especially if you're a huge diehard fan like I am. It's really nice to see baseball coming back. So, and of course, like I said, we'll have this series and of course our other Road to Glory series with Alex Umberto here on the second channel here on ESGNet Plus, and of course we'll definitely have content when it comes to franchise here on this channel, as well over on the main channel with new series, and of course more Road to Show with the original Road to Show characters off of that channel as well, all summer, all spring and summer long. So, but again, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on the channel as we're on this long road here with Deshaun King. See how well he does here in his second full year as a Brewer. As always, keep yourselves each other healthy, and I will see you all next time.